can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami with the lemongrass. Ooh, ooh. Let me know what you wanna do. If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. Ooh, I'ma watch what you gonna do. If you gonna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe. Man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe. All that I got time. I ain't got the goose. Stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe. Don't waste my time. Yeah. I can show you how to make a lot of cheese. I got the dialect of dairy in my diary. I'm from a lactose intolerant.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Sooner State and the hard-working capital of Oklahoma City. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Pioneers of Canton taking on the Huskies of Oklahoma City. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times 2 interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Knight. And all that, nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's pulled in at the 32. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. When you look at this defense, they're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side, and he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run on first down with Akers.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Andrews. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Cam Akers
with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Huskies will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Carmichael. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun. Knight.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. Down the left sideline. How about this? He's to the 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Huskies are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. When you look at this defense, they were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
He lets it go deep for Olave. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Second down, Carmichael. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Knight. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And finally brought down at the 38. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down, because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
Throwing on first down. Knight under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Knight. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so in. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Looking to throw. Knight going to throw deep for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Second and 10. Now a give, right side. Carmichael. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. Off the play fake. Knight. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Pioneers are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Okay, the offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Andrews on 1st and 10. That's out to the flat for Akers. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
On third down, they're going to go with the option. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. So they convert on fourth, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Huskies have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. There he goes left side. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
he's free at the 35.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Here we go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And remember, this drive started following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
And it's caught. Touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Huskies have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
York now for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Escapes the defender. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On 2nd down now, Carmichael. And he'll be taken down at the 18. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Briscoe. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over. Already being in the red zone. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Ready.
Off the bootleg, Andrews. This is caught, and he'll be out of bounds. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need to.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Huskies are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
All over you.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's good, and it's now 35-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there just before halftime.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Andrews.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here's Andrews throwing on 1st down. Open man right side is Rice.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Andrews looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. They'll run on first down. Carmichael. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Carmichael. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. A touchdown on a kick return and now one through the air. And the Pioneers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And quickly they get to the line. Now an option play on 2nd down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Andrews. Going up top. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Back to throw. Andrews. That is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Huskies are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. The Lance going to throw. He lets it go deep for Olave. It got his man complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. York on that
extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing on second and long. Lance.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Now Lance.
What a catch on the sideline.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Shotgun now for Lance.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
52.
And Lance now to throw.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
On play action, Lance.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Welcome back, everybody, to Oklahoma City. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Let's go now.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Off play action. Andrews under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
DJ Johnson, the one who got there for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But
a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
On the ready. Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stopped that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Andrews.
That's laid out deep for Rice.
And that is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Forced out to his left. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
12 yards there and a 1st down. They'll run a draw now with Akers.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. Trying to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Motion man right is Rice. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner, and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now a play fake. Lance. And he can't escape, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Ready?
To throw, it's Lance. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Lance now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now they'll change things up. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's laid out deep for Rice. And this is going to be intercepted. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Hustle.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll go again here with Akers. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Oklahoma City, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile for Canton, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home.
There you go.
I'm with the kids like Diego.
God. Yeah, all these dumps on me go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, all these shooters with me just go, just like Diego. God. Yeah, got a dime piece with me, she gon' go just like Diego. God. Yeah, they don't play with me cause they know that I'm on go, no Diego. Solitaire. Earrings, they be shining, keep blinded. Ain't met up, yeah, I can't. Since I got rich, she say I'm just cause I took her on the island. The money keep on piling. Talk to me, yeah. Better talk nice. Fucking up with the fettuccine.